About to, if I didn't want 7 or 8, one of the two, bro.
When it turned live.
We're actually live. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and post it to the story. Let people know live.
I'm gonna join the stream myself. See what the angles talking about. Other side. What?
Had to, bro. Let's come grab this shit real quick. Snackables.
Snackables, crazy.
Hey, good. So you want to do videos still?
Not really, kind of like podcasts a little bit.
Oh, okay, but not like music videos.
Nah.
My husband is a musician. We're looking for somebody to do a video.
Oh, actually, hold up.
They got water.
Okay.
Let me get deep. I don't know.
How we doing? You know what?
Like, you need someone to like record what?
Just like a music video. We have the theme and yeah. Smells good in here. Food, yeah.
Don't worry about that. That new shit.
Yeah, blue check. Blue check, blue check. Yeah, blue check, blue check.
Yeah, that's the clothing line that we do here.
Oh, okay.
Our husband needs a music video.
Hey, how you doing?
He does it.
I'm Louisa. You do the videos. So you can shoot a music video? Oh, I mean, get him in here. But see, brother, why don't every video? Yeah. If you're not so sure, no, that's
Yeah, we got some of it.
And what's that?
He don't have
Oh.
bottled water, but he had like the filters. So, are you live right now? Let's see.
Live in it.
I'm ready for you.
It's a good thing you came out there to say, hey. What's your name?
Me, Kareem.
Kareem. Oh, sorry.
You're fine.
So I need some easy.
Are we live, bro?
We live in it.
We live.
We live.
Let me send this shit in the Discord real quick. In this Discord.
Discord. We live.
Link. Twitch. I don't have audio. I put in the wrong link. Put twitch.tv.com. Alright, cool. 30 seconds, ad off Rip is crazy. I didn't even run an ad. That's what's so hilarious. If you caught one, I didn't even run one.
No, in the beginning it was.
Oh, you on there too?
No, yeah, when I first checked on the phone.
You followed us?
Like, I don't even got it.
I don't think he had the Twitch.
No,
I was about to say, I don't
no.
think he had the. He probably was
I
on
think
the
you just
site.
checked on the phone. Hey, you look. Alright, y'all. We're just gonna dive right into it, you know what I'm saying? We got a very special guest. Can you imagine, you as a designer, have you ever wanted to make a bag? Have you ever wanted to be Telfar? Have you ever wanted to be Gucci, Louis Vuitton, or any of those people? You know what I'm saying? They say get your girl diamonds, I say get her a bag. And we're now sitting here with my friend Antoine Manny, you know what I'm saying? He started this brand called Homage. For many people, it looks like out the gate he was really successful in his endeavors, but I'm lucky enough to see his humble beginnings. I'm lucky enough to see it from the beginning, from where he was to where he is now, and all the things that he still may go through and that he's facing. And I just had to bring him on here when we was thinking like, who can we bring on here? Somebody that's real, somebody that actually in the field with their brand, not somebody that's just like stealing designs or not coming up with creative ideas for their shoots and stuff like that. And this guy right here is a real creative guy, man. Like, what's up, bro? How are you, man?
Oh, it's a pleasure to be here. I mean, and not likewise. I mean, in Atlanta, the city's real small. It's real hard to not see someone who's doing what they're doing. So in terms of you, in terms of Green, you know what I mean? Like, y'all be pushing it. Trust. So it's a pleasure to be here. You know what I mean? With like-minded, likewise, talented people. So let's get it on, innit?
Yeah, we're gonna get straight into it, man. We're gonna cut all the bullshit.
Uh-oh.
So, tell me out the gate, at what point did you feel like you were like, oh shit, this is it? Like, this is like, tell me that feeling that you got from that first drop that just went crazy.
Honestly, I was shocked. I was like, yo, like, I honestly didn't know how to react. Cause, okay, so the first real drop was on Easter. It was like, I think it was April 4th, 2021. And I'm getting ready to go to church, you know what I'm saying? So it's morning time, getting ready to go to church. I'm like dropping the links, like, okay, we're dropping at like, I think it was 10 o'clock or something like that in the morning. And to be dropping at 10 o'clock in the morning, it was 1 p.m. I said, okay, we're dropping at 1 p.m., it was right before church. So I dropped the link, and I'm going on the site, and I'm hearing
The Shopify notification shit is so good in the beginning, and it just get like OD annoying.
Yeah.
Like your phone starts to freeze.
It's low. Is it me?
I don't know if it's you. I'm about to get Tony. Hey, Tony. Can you come here real quick? They're saying that the mics are breaking.
Mic check, mic check.
What's wrong? Make sure it's SD back there. No, hold on.
They're not on the switcher.
Yeah, I think we can get SD.
Damn.
What's the SD gonna do?
No, we're not recording. We're streaming. Yeah.
They're not turned on the switcher, probably.
I thought y'all was going off of the road, man. Just walk that. No, they're on the switcher.
Now the top ones is mic 1 and 2. You get the cams there though. Right here. See if they can hear y'all now.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Can y'all hear us? Is the audio better? Let me know. Turn the gain up. They think we in the studio.
No cap.
Just let me know if the audio is good, y'all. Yeah, it's good. Alright,
Shout out Tony, man.
Shout out Tony, man.
DJ. Shout out God for bringing great people in your life, man. They're needed. Alright, bro. Alright, Dad.
Alright, Dad.
Maybe put the music over now.
Alright, so back to it. The first drop that went crazy is Easter. All the Shopify notifications is going crazy. Praise God, you know what I'm saying? And you're going into church. Alright?
So after that, I don't know. After that, it really just showed me like the possibilities of what we can do and what we can be. And it just, I don't know. That's everybody's dream, in my opinion, as a creative and as an artist and as a designer, is to have like that drop, like where you just drop something and it's gone like immediately. Or like when is it dropping again, like da 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 da. And then after that, the next one that we did was the yellow bag, the protection bag, and the passion bag. We did them both together. And we dropped them both together. We had, I think it was like 100 of each bag that we put up on the site, and they were going immediately too. So I'm gonna be like,
and let me let y'all know something, man. This man is not dropping $10 tees or $20 shirts. These is $350 bags. Bags. Don't let his humbleness. Don't let him being black fool you. 'Cause a lot of you guys, and I tell y'all all the time, if you black like me, you need to raise your prices.
No cap. Though.
You need to times it by 2. Whatever price you at, you need to times it by 2. Because one thing I noticed, them other people, whether they white, black, Asian, whatever, them other people, they have no problem with telling you an expensive price, and we have no problem in paying it. So, you know what I'm saying? So when you got a king like this, you know what I'm saying, coming out the gate like, hey, my price is the same price as that. And he not even up there yet, you know what I'm saying? I'm ready to buy $1,000 bag from you. Just saying. You know what
It's on the way in due time, but you know, I don't know. It's not the whole experience in itself was eye opening, and I don't know. It made me see a lot of things were possible in terms of like what I seen for myself for the brand, but also I don't know. It was just mad eye opening overall.
So, in hindsight, what I think, like, so you're going from, all right, this is my biggest drop ever, like at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Before that, like, what were your drops like before that period of time?
My drops beforehand were just, I mean, it depends on the item. So like when I drop necklaces, sometimes the necklace was selling aside for a little bit. But even with certain things, I learned that the perception is more important than reality. Like, you know, you have to know how to sell yourself before your things actually sell themselves. So most times, some stuff I have on there, they would be sitting for a minute. Like some boxer shorts would be sitting, t-shirts would be sitting. But I was still, of course, selling good and good enough to like make things happen and keep things pushing. But it wasn't to the extent of the bag was, which is why when the bag was going crazy, I'm like, I had like shock, like dang, like this is crazy.
All right, then. So talk to me about the logistics of it then. Like after all right, like the bag went crazy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and that's like the biggest drop ever, like. Because a lot of people, I say this all the time. I'm like, yo, it's easy to make $1 million.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to ship all that shit.
Yeah.
So tell me, like, the logistics of all that. Like, what were you doing? Like, were you in the house? Did you call your auntie, your mom, your cousins?
Bro.
Like,
nah, bro, I'm gonna show you while I was there. Pure dolo. I was in the crib dolo with it, just packing bags, literally.
Mm-hmm.
Let me find it. Because the other day I was reflecting and I saw the picture. I had posted it. I don't know where the hell it went. But I was basically in my house, like I was just in my house, just packing it myself.
by
like,
yourself?
All me.
Damn, that's crazy.
All me. And you know that's when you came in too, because people were telling me. I think it was Alex actually. Alex was I think he's in here. Alex Alamore US. He was telling me, he was like, you know, Dre does shipping. He ships on my stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, like I'm gonna look into it. But I never really looked into it. And then I think I saw you on my live one day when I was like packing the bags, and I was like, yo, Dre, I meant to hit you up, and you're like, hey man, just me anytime,
Mm-hmm.
And then from there I hit you up and we started talking about it, and then, you know, slowly but surely, like we came into contact and we made it happen. But beforehand, before you came into the picture, before, you know what I'm saying, Symmetry Branding came in, bro, I was in the crib dolo with it. I'm trying to find the photo.
That's what I'm trying to tell a lot of people. My man was in the crib dolo with it, and like, at any point when you were going through all that, did you feel like, damn, like this is a lot of work? Like this is too much?
I mean, I feel like it was a lot of work, but it wasn't like, for me, it's like I asked for this, and
that's big.
being prepared for like what you ask for and what you have is like very important for me. So like the biggest issue for me, honestly, was people being like impatient, because people didn't understand. It was like literally behind all that, it was one person like literally looking at every single bag, making sure that they were good, like quality checking it.
How was your communication during that point? Like telling people that? Because one thing I did notice that you used to do a lot. I mean, you don't do it now because I took over a lot of things. Shout out to Symmetry Branding.
No cap.
You used to be on Instagram Live a lot.
Yes.
Like a lot, just showing people you packaging the bag. I'm talking about he's on live for 4 hours. And you know, at that time, like Instagram used to have like an hour limit that you could be on live. So I'm like, yo, how's he still on live? Like,
bro,
damn.
I don't know, they was messing with me real hard. It's like, all right, bro, we know what you doing. We gonna let it slide. But nah, yeah, I was on Instagram Live because it for me, when I'm doing stuff like that, like that can seem really repetitive. I need to do something that just like switches it up. So like in times where I wasn't doing like Instagram Live, I was on YouTube, like watching like Jake Tran videos and like just like stuff for like knowledge, historical videos. This is like it's like Asian guy who just like talks about yeah, you know what I'm saying. So I was just doing stuff like that, and I was just trying like to stay busy, but also trying to like enjoy it, or trying to find a way to like just enjoy it while I'm doing it, because you can't do that. You're literally in the house, like stuck in the house doing this for like mad days. Like I'll be in the crib like for a week straight, literally just doing bags.
It'd be like mad boring sometimes. Huh?
Yeah, it's boring because it's just you. Like I'm just at home. Like in the morning I start, I have to take a nap, wake up, start it again. Like literally just all day I'm doing that.
That's big, guys. Like the boring stuff is really what gets you to the next level too. But like you really have to be ready for what you prayed for. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people on here like, yo, I want to sell out my next drop. Yo, I want to move 1,000 shirts. But like, do you really know the work behind that? Like, and when you get it, like I said something on my story today, and I was like, I'm really grateful for everything that's happening. I'm really grateful. And everybody's like, what do you mean? Like, you've been doing this for a while. I'm like, coming from somebody that had it, lost it, got it back, and had it again, and been through everything in between to keep it, I am super grateful when I get one order
Facts.
The power of one. Like, nobody really understands like how powerful one is. Like, that one person can really be life or death for me. I remember like when I was coming up, like that one order, bro, like literally that one order will be like, damn, do I eat today or do I not? You know what I'm saying? Because back then, like, I used to be able to do instant payout, like, and just give them some change for it, like, be like $60. I'm like, all right, bro, like for $6, like they'll take $6 and give the rest, like, be like, fuck, I need this,
all of it.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I used to do that, bro. I used to get on Instagram all day just so I could go on a date later. Like, I'm like, yo, if I could just get $80 off, bro, I'm gonna take a shirt.
I'm gonna take this shirty outside.
You know what I'm saying? Like, already done told her, like, yeah, she don't even know, like, I'm on my last. Like, that's when I had the Beamer too. Like, I used to be like, bro, I just need $60 to put gas in the tank. Like,
fuck. Get these couple teeth off, whatever.
Sweatpants, whatever the case is. Like, that's when I was sewing. But that's one thing I really liked about your story, and that's one thing I really gravitated with you. Like, you're a real hard worker. Even like this man pays us to fulfill his orders, and he'll still come in and pack orders with us. And I'm like, I'm still sending that invoice, but anybody told you to do this, bro? So that's one thing I really noticed about you, and I really appreciate. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I have a hard time of like being hands off with it. You know what I mean? Like, it's just the way I don't know. For me, like, this is my baby, you know what I mean? Like, this is my job in terms of, like, creative abilities. Like, I put all of my, like, thoughts into all my life into it. And a lot of, like, even the reason why I made it is not, like, just, like, something like, oh, I want to make a brand one day. Like, the reason why I made it was something that was really touching for me. So, for me, it's just, like, I just want to make sure that everything is done in a way in which, I don't know, I just need to know for sure. Like, I know what you're going to do, and I know it's going to get done the best way because you're a Jamaican man. You feel me? You're a hardworking man just like me. But also, it's like it's a certain comfort,
away, bro. Don't tell them I'm Jamaican,
bro. They be saying it. They be saying it. Everybody's looking, bro. We be doing
that. So now that we went from our biggest drop, we did a follow up. That was like the biggest thing ever. Like, I've seen people, they'll do like a really big drop and they get super comfortable. And it's like, nah, bro. The strength is in the follow up. Like, you have to follow up because like you have these people's attention.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And like, people lose attention really quick. Like, we see it every day. Like, oh, like we're all up in arms today and nobody cares tomorrow. So like, once they're on your brand, that spotlight is on you. That 15 minutes is real, but you can stretch it out.
Yeah.
Or you can just take the 15. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing I can say about you. Like, you just went crazy. Like, you exploded. Like, from the creative aspect to like the blogs to like the Forbes to the Black Fashion Fair to like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and like the trajectory is still going up even after like all of the George Floyd and we need to support black brand shit. Like, your shit's still doing great. Like, that's so real. So congratulations to you for that, man. Like, you it up, like the consistency. Like, but I have to ask, bro. Aside from like getting it out and people were impatient, like when you got that money, man, what's the first thing you splurged on?
I took my homies to Margiela and we got some Margie. No cap. I said, it's on me, gang. No kizzy.
Damn, you like the homies Margiela? That's some real nigga shit. I ain't gonna lie, my first splurge shit, I was not thinking about the homies.
Nah, bro. The money, I touched down in New York, lady touched down in New York, the money tapped in. And the first place I went to was Margiela. Like, literally, bro, like off the plane, got my bags in my hand. My homies meet me at Margiela. I'm like, bro, I'm not gonna have y'all here with me and not get y'all nothing. Like, that's that's not how my blood works.
I told KP that, I was like, bro, that payout went straight to good times.
Bro,
like,
I had to
touch the account too long.
What the fuck you cop though?
Who?
You from Margiela?
For me personally, I got two pairs of pants. I got these paint pants, like the pants that have like a little crackle paint on it, and I have these pants that have like the slit in the side, and I got a t-shirt, and I think I got something else, but I'm not too sure. Cause it was Fashion Week too, so I'm like, bro, it's almost up when I'm outside with it. It's gonna be a good time, so I just wild out.
Say it again.
Estamos afuera. We outside. Yeah.
I forgot what the first thing I did with a big check was. I think.
Bro, you can't forget that, bro.
Damn.
I honestly don't know either, bro.
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
The reason why I don't know, I done had a few now.
Oh, you need a hoarding here. Okay.
I done had a few big checks now. I remember my first big check, it was like $19,000. And believe it or not, y'all not gonna believe this. I went to Prada and I spent $700 on the Cloudbusters. I bought 2 pairs of Cloudbusters.
Cloudbusters?
Yeah, and then I saved the rest. I had that whole 19 saved for a year. Like the rest of that after that saved for like a year.
Sheesh.
Like I didn't even touch it. Like I was just because I was too afraid of losing it.
Fact.
It was not even like I'm like somebody like he's good at saving money. Nah, nigga, I was afraid of like that was like my first biggest check, and I was like, bro, I can't fuck this up. Like I really can't let this go. Like, cause like now I'm like, fuck it, we're gonna spend it.
Nah, for sure.
Like we're gonna reinvest it. We're gonna make the dollar work. That's one thing I want to say to anybody on here. Like, money is worthless until you put it to work. Like that shit is just a piece of paper sitting in your shoebox, in your safe, in your bank account until you put that shit to work. So invest in yourself, man. Like whatever idea, whatever brand. Can you tell me how much was the first initial investment on those bags? Like your first sample run, your first like average ballpark.
Alright, so I remember I got the samples. I was working on the bag since like November of 2020. So I had the bag, I designed it, and I got the sample made November of 2020. It was like, I think it's like somewhere around like 200 per sample, like 275 or something like that. So about like $500 for the 2 sample bags, which were the orange one and the green ones. And then when I bought the bags in bulk, I think it was maybe like $5,000, which was a lot for me at the time.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying?
So your first initial drop was pre-made, not pre-order?
It's pre-made.
Oh wow.
I had gotten the bags. I did a shoot with Jalen. I got the bags made.
Was it worth it?
Yeah, hell yeah.
That $5 investment?
Yeah.
You hear that, guys? The first sample round was about like $500. The bulk pre-made, because he believed in himself so much, was $5. Like, ask yourself, damn, am I willing to have put that much faith in whatever I'm got going on? And he didn't know it was gonna work out, but thank God it did, and now we're here.
And the thing is too is one of the main things about it is it's multi-layered. So one thing I tell people all the time is that if you're creating something and you feel the need to have to ask somebody like, yo, is this fire? It's probably not. Not in like a bad way, but it's more so in the way in which if I'm gonna show you something, it's not. I'm not asking you like, yo, bro, is it fire? Because I know it's fire, but it's more so like I just want to see how you're gonna react to it. But if
I'm gonna ask people no more.
Yeah, because it doesn't matter. Like if you believe in it and you know that idea is busting like that, then if you push it as far as it can be pushed, and that's a good idea. But if you have to ask or feel the need to ask somebody, yo, like, what do you think about this? Then you obviously aren't even comfortable or confident enough in that idea, so you shouldn't be investing in that idea. That's one. But then two, an idea that you have alone isn't really. It takes multiple people to build around an idea and to make an idea happen. So even with the bag that I had, the bag is fire, the bag is busting, the bag is really nice. But the team that I had around me and around us that helped bring the bag to life in terms of Jalen Amir and the shoot that he did, Paracosm and his crazy renders. Trent and his
renders are crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the whole team around me and around us as a brand that makes and pushes it further. Because if I didn't have them on the team, it also wouldn't have gone as crazy as it has. You know what I'm saying? So
how did you find those people to join your team?
I knew them. I met them. I know a lot of them. I know Jalen since college. I mean,
so they were friends.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I met Trent in college, Jalen in college, and then Kirk Cousins in high school. So I knew everybody, and everything just like honestly everything came together in this
really, really from Atlanta
way. Not Atlanta, but he's from Georgia. But everything just came together its own weird way, and you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the team because if it wasn't for the team, this thing would not be here.
Listen to that, y'all. Shout out to the team. Some of y'all got some friends that's really talented right now.
Nigga,
really.
And yeah.
And y'all don't want to tap in with them. You dick sucking in somebody else's DM right now, like, hey, big bro, if you give me a. Nah, look into your friend, like the one that you get high with, the one that you go on missions with, them 2 mans. Like, instead of 2 man and the girls, 2 man in Photoshop.
No cap.
2 man Shopify. Me and KP done 2 man Shopify a few times.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Like 2 man on some creative shit that's really gonna like take your shit to the next level. Like women's always gonna be here. That urge is always gonna be here. You know what I'm saying? But don't miss your moment in time.
No,
wasting it. You know what I'm saying? Trying to chase after other people you don't know that don't care about you.
Right.
But your friends, like you be like, oh my friend's lazy. Like be the inspiration. Be the engine that keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? Some people just need to be inspired. Some people just need to be motivated. And some people just need to see like, oh, like he dead ass.
Not facts, and
like,
it's possible. Because like the thing is, like for most of your friends, at least for me, in terms of my friend group, for a lot of my friends, I'm the person that's like, damn, bro, like you know what I mean? It's possible for real. Like it's different when you hear about it, you see it from other people, but when you see it like within your friends and you see like in real time, it's like, okay, like it puts a fire in your butt, because it's like, that's my homie for like real cool, and my homie's going crazy. Now I have like, how can I not go crazy? You feel me? So that's how I view about it.
Talk about the other side of that shit though. Like, you yourself have made a lot of money. Me and I was talking about it on my story the other day. Talk about the people that's not here no more. How did that make you feel? That success, because that's one part of success people never really talk about. Like the dark side of success. Like when you're so successful, it makes other people around you kind of jealous.
Yeah.
It makes other people think certain ways of you. It makes people think like, oh, he's not human anymore, or he's just an ATM machine, and they just want to like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, let's ask him for some money. Like, oh, you got it. Like, you know?
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to stuff like that, I don't know. I'm very grateful to know, like, I've kept solid people around me. Like, I'm not around people, or at least thus far in my life, I'm not around people, I can say, that aren't around me for the things that I've attained or has been attained. You know what I mean? Of course, I don't know everybody's intention, so I could be saying that and it could be completely different. But, you know, me with the optimism that I have, and I think I have good discernment. I could say that the most people that I keep around me, at least everybody that's like who's like actually in my circle, they're my circle, and that they're not around me for, you know, what I can give to them, because they've been here before the fact. And they don't ask me for money, they don't ask me for things like that. The ones that I decide to give stuff to is because of, like, I know, like, what you're gonna do with it. Like, you're I'm investing in you. You know what I mean? Like, the talks that we had, the conversations we have, the time we spend together is an investment. I view it as an investment. So, I don't know. I mean, but on the other end of things, though, when people who you don't know, you can see like the leech in some people. You know what I mean? Like when they come to talk to you, like they don't talk to you because
Talking about girls.
No, I mean, yeah, girls, but also some people. Like I remember I was at this.
You be getting a lot of DMs off them bags, my boy.
Honestly, I don't. I really don't.
I'm sure he's gonna be sliding like, yo, let me get a Homage. What's up? Like,
not at all. Nah, they really don't. And honestly, I think
is that your sliding technique though?
Nah.
Like, do you be like, yo, I'm
Needs
gonna
to-
you hit it with
Nah,
the, you hit it with the, I'm gonna put you in this bag, shorty.
I don't even make the bags. I be like, what you want? I'm like, I'll buy you a bag.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, no.
This is King Trick right here.
Swear.
This
Nigga,
is King
you
Trick
African,
right here.
bro.
Where?
You
This is
African,
King
I'm not
Trick.
hearing that.
I ain't even gonna lie. That bag I did buy off you, I did give that to him.
He done bought 2 Homage bags.
That's crazy.
Went to different women.
Oh man.
You know
I'm
what
just
He's
saying,
still
yo.
triggering.
I'm just saying though,
That's
like
crazy.
it's even like
That's
Did
crazy.
she enjoy the Homage bag when you got it for her?
yeah,
It worked?
for sure.
You killed?
That's crazy.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm
Yo.
saying? Like, hey,
You got
he not gonna use it. I'm gonna use it.
You out here making bonds off the bags,
bro.
my boy.
No, the craziest part is this one guy told me I was at my homie Manny and Aaliyah their pop up. I was at their their show, their art show. One of my homies came to me. He was like, "Yo, bro, I saw a girl with a Homage bag. He said I had to. What did he say? He said I had to clap. I said, "Oh, you started clapping?" He's like, "Nah, nigga, like I had to clap." I'm like, "Oh, I'm like Jesus Christ!" Like,
Nigga clap
this
because
is
he had a
what's-
Homage bag?
Yes, I'm like, this is what's going on in the city, bro. This is crazy.
That's
What's
crazy.
wrong?
Imagine
Like-
starting to question like, yeah, I like your bag. What's up?
Bro.
Hey, you know what's crazy? I will call my sister right now. She won't pick up, so I'm not gonna call her. But funny enough, right?
Mhm.
She was telling me, cause I got her bag.
Mhm.
You feel me? When you did like the sax run, like here, I love you. And she was wearing it to a pop up, and a guy came up to her. Cause my sister's not on the scene. She's not hip on anything. She's like 5 years older than me. Whatever the case is, corporate.
Mhm.
And guy came up to her. She was like, "Oh, I like your bag." She was at Atlanta Streetwear Market, for instance, and he was like, "I make those." And she was like, "Yo, Dre, the guy that make these bags came up to me," and I was like, "He would never come up to you."
Yes, I don't think
Like, he
that's
would
me.
never come up to you. And then she sent me who the guy was. It's some like big hood nigga.
Yeah, that wasn't me.
It wasn't at all. And I was like, bro, that's not him. She was like, bro, why would he lie unprovoked like that? I'm like,
Atlanta.
wow.
Well, in
Atlanta.
Atlanta, niggas would do, niggas would do the craziest shit in the city. But I wanted to ask you because I know, like, I mainly seen the bags off Twitter. And I know, like, when you usually tweet the bags and, like, you're big on, like, Twitter promotion and, like, you know what I'm saying? The people love you on Twitter. I wanted you to speak a little bit on how, like, you think you got into that or, like, how you think people...
Yeah, like, how do you go so viral on Twitter, my boy?
Honestly, at the time, it's a mix of wordplay, content, and it's just, I think it's just those two things that make like the biggest parts. Like, at a specific time, at least on Twitter, you saying like I'm a black designer that makes da and you actually have like the good content to show it, people gonna go crazy for it. You feel me? But Twitter is really big on like your wordplay. Like if you use like very minimal wordplay, like to explain what you have going on, what you're dropping, most of the time they'll go crazy. But also, as much as I like it, I don't, because it like when I have actual content I care to drop and say like actual details on, they're not gonna go crazy because niggas don't really care about that. Like you have to be like really like vague to a certain degree on Twitter. So that's really with Twitter. Like Twitter is just like a mix of that, and also like making sure you have like fire content that coincides with what you're saying on there. And most of the time it'll go, other times it won't. And it's also a mix of like the time that you put it up, who retweets it. Like it's a lot of different like factors that you really can't like get a grasp on like Instagram can, because Instagram is really easy to predict, but Twitter really is.
How so? How's Instagram? There's a lot of people in here that can't go viral on neither platforms.
I mean, Instagram, I feel like what it is you have to realize what works for you. Like, so whether if you are a page and you tend to post yourself a lot and that's what gets like the most content or the most interaction, find a way to post yourself, but post like a way to promote what you're doing as well. So then now it's like best of two. Like, so now someone who's on it to still get your face or whatever sees your face, but then when they're swiping through your dump or whatever, they see something that you're making, it's like, oh, I didn't realize they did this. And now you have someone who could potentially support what you're doing, and then who's, you know what I mean? It scratches all the itches, you know what I mean? So that's that. Now, if you're a person who just posts art and like that's what gets the most interaction, find a way to like intertwine the two, like whether it be like your art with a shirt or like turn your art into something that you can sell that's profitable, like helps you make more money, because no one's gonna buy painting for $500, or like not most people, unless they have it like that. But people are gonna buy like a t-shirt for 30, 45. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy.
And with that clown, motherfucking no cap though.
But you know, it's different stuff like that. It's just knowing like who your audience is and knowing how to not finesse them, but how to make them interact with you, and in the way in which you want like the most interaction out of them. So it's more so like it's less about looking at other people's like what they do, because that's not gonna help you. Because what Dre does isn't gonna help Manning, and what Manning does isn't gonna help KP. Like it's all.
I beg to differ. And I'm gonna tell you why I beg to differ. Because I was teaching this in our mentorship last night. Funny enough, so I'm not sure if you heard of the book called "Steal Like an Artist." So I teach that a lot, because a lot of people, they get caught up in like, oh, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna post? What my caption is, and like it clouds their judgment, and then it leads to procrastination. Like, oh, I don't have it ready today. I'm gonna just do it tomorrow. Yeah. And I'm a very now person. I don't really believe in tomorrow because I don't know if I'm gonna be here tomorrow or the 30 minutes after this. So I was teaching them, and I was like, yo, if you're posting something and it's not converting, right? You're doing something that might not be working. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, even like angles and fit pics and like even product shots, like everybody's doing the concrete shots right now. I was like, even how you tilt your T's and stuff like that, it really works, you know what I'm saying? And you don't know that. So instead of you trying to figure out and make something new and straining yourself, and that takes time, why don't you just copy somebody else with your own product, how they tilt it and angle it, you know what I'm saying? Oh, they did 3D renders and stuff like that, and see what works for you. For sure. And then you build your style through that. For sure. Because a lot of people, the first excuse they're going to say, I don't know how. Yeah. And I told somebody, there's a full cheat code. It's called Instagram.com. No cap. Like, I'm looking at how she paired this hat with these shirts, so when I do my photo shoot, that's what I'm going to go with. Like, for instance, that whole trend when girls was doing, like, the trucker hat with the little thong showing and like a little short tee and shit like that. Bro, I did some hats and that's how I shot the shoot. You know what I'm saying? And the pictures converted really well because like that's what's going on right now. You feel me? And now I'm selling the hat to that instead of you selling Von Dutch. Like, here go my stuff. So like, imagine if I would have been like, damn, I don't know how I'm gonna do this shoot. I don't know how I'm gonna style it or whatever the case is. Like, I just cut out all of that and just put out a product. Cause like, the only thing stopping the people, you're not producing, you're not putting shit out, like, you're sitting at home, you're watching this commercial, you're letting your life go by, like, come on, bro, like, we really have to get to it, and, like, stop thinking, like, I don't know what to do, I don't have the friends. Stop making excuses for yourself and just try. It's a whole cheat code, bro. Like, I be watching people go to pop-ups like, hey, bro, what's up, bro? Hey, we homies now. No, yeah, what the fuck? Like, I used to thought that shit was so weird, but I'm like, bro, like, at least they're networking and, like, 2 men in a Shopify. You know what I'm saying? And
I agree with that. And when I say like more so like not to like what works for you is not gonna work for me is like the whole recipe. Like if I sit there, you know what I'm saying? Like if I sat today and post exactly like you, it's not gonna convert well because like I have a certain way that I post that now works for me. You feel me? But what you're saying is facts because you have to experiment. Like I learned how to post because I experimented with different stuff. You know what I'm saying?
How
Like,
did you find out the wordplay on Twitter? Because like
bro,
Twitter for me, bro. Like
Shit did not go.
I was good on Twitter when it was like when you could troll on there freely. Now it's like, hey,
it's
bro.
too serious, bro.
Like I remember I had to delete so many like old tweets, bro.
Nigga, yeah. See, wildin'. Nah, see, the thing.
I mean, I grew up in the Tyler Creator era,
Of course,
so like
no,
I was
of
just
course.
dropping f-bombs and like weed punch bitches, like.
No way. That's crazy. Nah, but Twitter, I had to experiment on that one too. I had a lot of flop tweets. I have my flop tweets up right now. You know what I mean? But it's also like for me, one thing for me is not fixating on like the retweets that I get on certain things sometimes and just enjoying it. You know what I mean? Posting for the
Enjoying it.
yeah, because like the same way how like this is the process, right? And right now, my homie says it often. He's like, it's crazy because today I'm chilling, but like next year, in 2 years, maybe 3 years, we're gonna be famous as hell. Like we ain't gonna be chilling no more, really. You know what I mean? So I look at it like that. Like we're right now on Twitter, post something. It may not be going too crazy.
Hey, just remember me, man. When we try to sneak it back,
man. I remember everybody. Trust.
Oh
But-
wow, somebody on there talking about some shit. Let's just skip it. Can we delete comments on here?
Wait, you talking about some Cosby says?
Oh
Bro,
man.
so that was the craziest time on Twitter for me. I don't really speak on it no more because like everybody that shit on me, I'm better than you right now. My bag is crazy. My life is crazy. My wife is crazy. Nah, I'm crazy. So I did this when Bill Cosby went to jail. I did this Bill Cosby tee, and I literally just took his mugshot and I thresholded and I just screen printed myself. And I did like, believe it or not, like I did like over 1,000 plus tees and sweaters and stuff like that. Screen printed in my backyard, and I dropped it for free with $6 shipping, and it went crazy. It went crazy, and everybody was like, "Oh my God, he supported Bill Cosby. He's a predator." All these people that were my friends too. Only person that stuck up for me was Pels. Like me and Pels was fighting for our dear lives. Those girls saying I was a predator, and I'm like, bro, like. And at that time, I probably had like 5 bodies. And I'm like, bro, like I ain't never did no rapey shit. I'm 5'5", 120 pounds. Like, bitch could slap me and I'll crumble. You know what I'm saying? So it was like really hurtful.
Nah, yeah.
And a lot of people wasn't fucking with me at the time. And like, I didn't understand why. Because I never said free Bill Cosby. I never said I supported Bill Cosby. I just took advantage of a moment in time. And I was like, oh, this is funny. So that's what streetwear is built on. You know what I'm saying?
Funny
like even like
yeah.
FTP got the Columbine shirts. B Story did it. But nobody remember when FTP did it. And then the Hundreds did some crazy shit early on. And then like my favorite, Obey. Obey is a political art. That's what it's based on, you know what I'm saying? So like that's where I pulled that from. And it was like a bad time for me, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like I disappeared for like 6 months, you know what I'm saying? Got my mind right. And then
Bro, I mean, but that's what social media
when
is
they
part of.
cancel you on Twitter or they try to cancel you, bro, like
it does a lot to you.
it does a lot, bro.
And I mean, what that's the thing that is interesting to me though is how we're so quick to like really dookie on and like hold someone like a grudge on somebody based on like you know what I mean, like something that they release or clothes that they make and but like when it's like H&M doing it or when it's like these different big
No,
corporations.
they did kill it. You remember they killed H&M?
No, of course, no, I know, but bro,
For that
Gucci,
monkey shit,
bro,
right?
Yeah.
Niggas is still wearing Gucci. I don't want to hear no one knows talking about.
You know what's crazy? Unpopular opinion. I actually like that shirt.
What shirt?
The shit when they had like the red lips pulled up and shit like that.
Oh, the thug one, the post, the little had like the little like the. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
It's like the
big
turtleneck.
lips.
It's like the
It was like a
turtleneck.
turtleneck.
And
Oh,
big lips,
with
yeah.
the big lips on it?
Yeah.
I remember that.
all the more. Alex said he got the Bill Cosby tee. Nigga laughing.
Nigga got the Bill Cosby tee. Niggas, this nigga toy as hell.
Niggas gotta chill, bro. Like,
Nah, bro. But I mean, that's the times you live in, and it's very unfortunate. But you just have to be like super careful what you put out posts. But
do you feel
the
like
thing
you
is-
have to be extra careful? Because like,
think so.
first people like I'm saying you specifically, because like people like us, we have like I was looking the other day, like I have like 80% men.
Mhm.
That's like in my funnel.
Mhm.
Like I feel like you probably have the opposite, 80% woman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, I've always been a careful person, like a cautious person. I try my best to be a cautious person. But do I feel like I have to be?
Like, do you think you can have a demon time? Like, notice like Frank Ocean don't have a demon time in public.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he has to be extra careful. But like somebody like Drake can have a demon time and everybody like, oh, it's Drake.
Not yet. I mean, I personally would rather not. I'd rather be as like minimal as possible, as low key as possible.
So no
'cause
demon times for you in the near future?
Not in public. Like they don't have to be outside. You know what I mean? Like for me, nah. Drake or certain people to me can come off as corny real fast.
I don't know, bro. I just
I
feel
think
like
Drake is a corny nigga.
I
think like Drake as a person, I like his music, maybe 5. But I think Drake as a person, like he's really a corny nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's
you see, he just got a face tat.
I didn't even see
Yeah,
that shit, bro.
that's what
Like,
I'm
come
saying.
on, bro. Like,
A lot of that stuff for me is it's
corny. Like.
yeah. So I'd much rather be like. I say to my friends all the time. I'd rather do too little than too much. That's how I view it.
Why do
So
music niggas be lame though?
So
I'd rather do too little than too much. I'm still in that one. That's my tomorrow quote.
go crazy. No, but Frank Ocean is one of my like inspirations in terms of how he move. He move real calm, real low key. But you know he on that. You feel me? So
Niggas don't even know what the fuck Frank Ocean be doing, bro. What? Niggas don't even be knowing what Frank Ocean be doing.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Oh, my bad.
But that's crazy. But like right now, like what's the biggest challenge you're facing with your brand? Because a lot of people on here, this is brand talk, so we want to help brands and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like the best way you can help a brand is just tell them what you're going through.
As of right now, it's mainly just like it's there's 3 things I was saying to somebody. Finance is definitely one. Like you have to, because once now you're as an owner, a business owner, and like when it's getting successful and it's starting to like move up, and you have no investments. Like I have no investors. Like this is completely independent. So for me, one of the biggest challenges is more so, it's just finances. Like when you have a team around you, people you have to put money into, you have to pay. You know what I mean? You have to pay for campaigns. You have to pay for the product. You have to pay for, of course, payroll. You got to pay for your own life. You know what I'm saying? Like bills are due, and you got to pay on those. So mainly, it's just a lot of that. It's the finances. I would say it's just being on your finances and being super just organized with it. Like you just have like a timeline, and you have like you allocate your resources in the most wise way, and you have a budget for things, and you have you just like create a plan and a plot, and then you like check out like where money's coming in at but this time where it's supposed to come in, where it's projected to come in, and where it's projected to go out. And then you know
he's way more like, you're way more detailed than I am,
bro. I'm still learning though, you know what I mean? Like it's all these things, it's things I've learned along the way, and having like people come true.
I open the bank account, I look at it, and I be like, alright, we can spend some money today.
No, some days I be like that though,
I ain't gonna lie though, y'all are both a little better than me.
You fucking suck.
Sometimes I just be like, there's money in there. I don't even check that motherfucker. Just be like, shit, that shit in there.
Yo, did you send me that money you owe me?
Ain't no way, not on the guy.
Hey, what you know the memes that niggas be like, when the nigga get around some hoes, he be like,
hey, you remember that 10 bands I loaned you
like,
yesterday?
like, what's up with this nigga?
Yeah, KB's good at it sometimes.
I'm good at it sometimes. It just depends. Like,
He's better than most.
I'm better than a lot of these niggas.
I only like I said, I'm only good at it, bro, because like my fear, like I don't even talk that much shit, but like I just can't go back like to the bottom, bro. I can't go back to sleeping on the couch. I can't go back to sleeping in the car. I just, you know what I'm saying? So I'm holding on to a lot of it, you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes where I need to be risky, I don't be risky, and sometimes where I am too risky and it kind of fuck it up, you know what I'm saying? Like, and sometimes I just be like, yo, bro, we just in the grind mode right now. So right now, like, we're really just in like straight grind mode, like just straight like just good product, you know what I'm saying? Taking care of our customers, you know what I'm saying? Like that's all I'm really on right now. Like the money is just like a symbol, like it's just a scoreboard for us. Like
No, for
I'm
sure.
not spending it, like I'm just like, alright bro, cause like I could lose this shit tomorrow.
And we're in a recession. Because it's not talking about that.
Yeah, you know that shit they say, y'all boys in a pandemic, I'm in a bandemic. Y'all boys in a recession, boy, I'm still up.
Hey, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? My homie had a line the other day, he was like, cause I was like, damn bro, you up now. He was like, I don't like how you saying I'm up like I was ever down.
Damn.
I forgot this year. I've heard that before.
I was
Niggas
like, damn.
Like niggas was never down. Oh, that was what's his name? I remember. I think I was on the phone. I think
That was Charles.
Yeah,
he was on the phone.
Yeah, he was like, nigga, I was never down. Nigga, he said that shit like I was down.
niggas understand like you could be down and still be up. Like you're like down compared
Your version
to like
of down compared to another nigga's version of down could have
not even like right. I was telling somebody the other day like I want to say this was damn. I'm not gonna say a lot. Never mind. I was gonna sound so bougie. Like I was telling somebody like I was gonna say I already started. I was telling somebody I don't know when it was, but I was like, yeah man, like I remember I was on my last 36 racks. And the nigga looking at me like, bro, I'm on my last 100.
Yo.
Like I remember that's crazy because it was like a week or two ago, niggas, I forgot. Niggas just having a conversation. Nigga was like, yeah, bro, like I'm doing way worse than I was doing last year and shit. And I was like, shit, man, like shit, my shit bad, but it's not that bad. Like niggas just talking numbers and shit. And yeah, niggas like, damn, yeah. One nigga was like, I'm down to my last like 50 ball. Another nigga was like, yeah, I'm down to like my last 30, 40. And another nigga was like, man, I'm down to my last like 1800. And this was like, the nigga was saying it like, damn, you niggas up, like I'm really down, nigga,
like yeah. So it's like, but I was like, bro, that 36, bro. When I was down at 36, bro, when I stayed, like, nigga, like I was eating noodles, bro. Like I could
That's
go
a
out.
Jamaican in you, bro.
Yeah, it is a Jamaican in me, bro. Like I was on.
Nigga, I'll eat Jello fries and stew every day.
Nigga, I was selling shit like I needed it bad. Like I was like,
straight, nigga. What, nigga? I'll be 4 weeks straight. I'll eat some rice, nigga. Like
y'all niggas different.
What?
I just went to the doctor recently, so I gotta start watching my health. So I'm eating straight salads.
I'm saying, nigga, and the doctor ain't tell me that, so I'm eating whatever the fuck is in front of me. You feel me? But we're 46 minutes in. We're gonna open up Q&As. We're gonna answer a couple of questions. If y'all have any questions for Antoine, if you have any questions for Dre and I, or questions for all of us all together.
But make sure. This is one thing I hate when y'all send questions. Why you gonna send a question and you're not following us? So make sure you follow us on Twitter. These brain talks are gonna get fucking crazy. Like Antoine, this is a really good one right here. So I have a question for you, bro.
Answer it.
What's the next big step, bro? Like, when the fashion week coming? When I seen you did the Nordstrom trunk show, that was really dope. I'm mad I missed that. Even like the whole, I see you be bringing the shorties out. You know what I'm saying? You feel me?
He felt perfect, but John's gonna be out there for sure.
You need to like have like a dating event.
A dating event?
Yeah, like where like niggas can like
you know
meet women who wear homage bags.
You know, like not even like you can have the speed dating event and like it could be like open bar, and then like for the tricking ass niggas like me, you know what I'm saying? Like they can like buy the shorties they about to leave with a homage bag.
That's funny. That's the only way you can take her on a date. The only way you can leave her with this girl is buying her a bag. You know what I'm saying? More. Buy her a bag right now.
With the homage bag.
That'd be crazy. I'll be in there like, oh shit.
That's funny. Damn, what was the question?
Like, what's the next big step?
Oh shit. Okay. I mean, next week we gotta pop up at TA New York, August 18th to the 26th. That starts phase 2.
To the 26th. Bro, I get there the 27th. I got an art show on the 27th. I'll come out early.
Hold on. I say that because I'm gonna be there.
I get there on the 26th. We set up for the show on the 26th, so I'm gonna be there like on the 25th then.
I say that. That's perfect because so. We're kicking off phase 2 of Passion
Pull up.
I'll pull up.
Yeah, New York is way better to pull up to than like
LA.
Yeah.
Way better.
LA is like trash, bro. You need a car out there, all that.
LA be so like you got to do a lot to go to LA from Atlanta. You got to do a lot.
And the food sucks.
Yeah.
You think so?
There's one place I like out there in LA.
I ordered some Jamaican food and I could tell a Hispanic man cooked it.
I had this one Jamaican spot that was downtown. It's just kind of straight.
We jamming? No, we jamming. Island Hut.
I don't know what it's called. I've had wheat jamming, but wheat jamming with breakfast.
Yeah.
They like the fruity whatever shit.
Ask y'all questions, y'all.
So we got a few. I got one here. Antoine, can you talk about your thoughts and inspo behind your content creation?
Oh, it's really good.
So, the brand in itself, it was created after like the passing of my dad and all that. So the brand, like the whole point of the brand is to make things in pieces that are like socio-political pieces. So whether it be like internal thought, to be like commentary on the world that we live in, like things going on in the world, just stuff like that. So it basically depends on like what we're releasing. So like with the Homage bags, they're called like manifestation bags. So each bag has a manifestation. So based on the manifestation of the bag, it helps us like curate what we're gonna create for like the world around the bag, and what we're gonna curate for the content for that bag. And basically, that's how we go about it. Like we're trying to figure out like more so like what's the meaning of what we're doing, what we're creating, and how can we best describe that in a visual way, like where it's easily digestible, understandable to our like, viewers, and even if it's not like understandable, it's at least aesthetically pleasing to where you see you're like, damn, this is busting. Yeah, that's primarily it. We also get inspired by like just the world around us. I'm a big Margiela fan. I'm a big Bottega fan, a big Marni fan. So it's just like seeing like what they're doing or what they've done and like their history. and just finding ways in which we can almost like create our own lane in the world. Like we don't really care to be, you know, the left lane goes, it's oncoming and the right lane is ongoing. Like we just want to create our own new path in this whole like world, this whole new society, and this whole new age that we're living in. So yeah, that's our inspiration. So yeah, like with you and what you got going on, what you want to create, is just figuring out more so how you can be more thoughtful about it, more intentional about it, more just more involved in the process of making something that you could look back on in 5 years like, damn, like we really snapped with that. You know what I mean? Like something that you could be really proud of, that you could really be I don't know, you really believe in. So yeah, if you don't believe in your own dream, if you're not making stuff that people can look at and be like, damn, like this is crazy. Like you want people to stop in their tracks for a hot second when they see what you're doing. You feel me? So that's what I would say.
For sure. All right, we got another one. He said, how many followers did you have on Instagram when you were blowing up with the bags?
On mine,
That boy big verified. Now don't fuck with him. You know what I'm saying?
so the bags dropped on like April of 2021. Last year, I would say I probably had like 8,000 followers on my personal, and then on the brand page, it's pushing 20K now. It's like 19.6K. So on the brand page last year, I had about, I don't know, maybe somewhere like a little bit under that, maybe 6,000 followers or something like that. So it's been pushing some real nice growth since the bag released, and wait till you see what's popping after that. Trust.
Do y'all have a creative process, or y'all just create stuff when it pops up in your head?
Both.
Yeah,
Both.
I was gonna say, if I have an idea that pops into my head and I'm in a space where I can make it, then I'll make it then.
My creative process is crazy.
Or like, you know what I'm saying? I don't think I've ever really just sat down and was like, I have to create right now, because I feel like that'll force me to make bad content. I don't know. Like, it'll be days where I'll be like, shit, I'm gonna create today, and then like throughout the day I'll figure something out. But I never sat down and was like, bro, I have to make some shit right now. Like, I have to.
Yeah.
I feel like that's just forceful. Like, you try to force your brain to work, and like, I just don't want to force the. You know what I'm saying?
It's for me. I'm a bit of both. Like at times, because I'm really an impulsive person. Like I don't like structure sometimes because I'm not a structural person. I'm very impulsive. Some people I work with, they hate it sometimes. Like, bro, like settle on an idea. Like this is completely different. Like it's aesthetically different. It's not, you know, it's not in the same like branch of aesthetic and looks, right? But me, I'm the type of person, like if it feels right, I want to do it. So if I wake up today, I'm like, nah, I want to do this instead. Or I want to change that to this. That's how I feel sometimes. But also, I don't know. My creative process isn't really orthodox. Like I work at nighttime primarily.
Yeah.
If I can, I work late at night. You know, like daytime, I can't really get work done. Like I want to sleep in the daytime. Like I don't know. It's really weird. So I guess like my process would just be.
I be trying to call Dre at like 2 a.m.
Nigga be
And
sleep. Like what
nigga
are you
be
doing,
sleep.
bro?
I've been that bitch cooking up like.
I go to bed at 10 p.m. guys.
Bro, I be
Wake
at
up
the
early
crib
as
on
hell.
the computer like 2 a.m. like, I need to talk to Dre.
Bro.
Like, you gotta see this shit.
I left your shit at 2 a.m. I left your crib at 2 a.m. Got home, and I was up by 8.
That's crazy. I didn't get up this morning till 11.
Like I was so tired, bro. I was so sick. I stayed that way.
All right, let's see. We got another question. What's your team? How is it managing egos, especially when the vision is yours, but obviously you need them and want to build with them to build something great?
Man, honestly, you have to separate yourself a lot from it. Because honestly, when around the Vogue release, like for the shoot that we did for Vogue, the profile, we just made a whole new shoot for that. Like we just was like, oh, Vogue want to do a profile, like nigga, let's bust out some like do a photo shoot for it. And same thing with Nylon, because they want like how to see the bag style. So when we're doing that, the night before like the delivery of the bags, me and Trevor were up all night, literally all night, and we're having like creative differences on like the shoots and on like the photos, and I'm like,
Is this the shoot where you had like everybody in their underwear on the floor?
This is the one for my birthday when it was me in the bags.
Yeah.
But I was just like super, like we were just butting heads. Like he was like, I was like trying to do like this thing like where I'm like, okay, maybe we could like cut like these photos up and like here like their windows, and then like have like this thing here, like it's like the sun, da da da. And then like he said something to me, and I'm like, that's predictable. And then he's like, what do you mean predictable? So we're just like arguing back and forth. I don't know. It just got really like heated in the room at times. You know, like we would actually be arguing. And then I'm like, you know, I had to like separate myself and come to understand that he's just as invested in the brand as I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, and what he sees for the brand, what he sees like that he wants to impact and input. You know, it's just as important as what I want to impact and input. And of course, at the end of the day, I had to say like I can like not really doing that. Yeah, but I feel like one of the most important things when you have a team around you and it comes to like everybody wants to be heard and have ideas is to at least hear what they gotta say, hear and see like what they want to put. You know what I mean? Because that's one of the worst things you can do is to make someone on your team feel like they're not part of the team or make them feel as if like their ideas aren't good. Because if his ideas wasn't good, he wouldn't be on the team. You feel me? It's like, and it's like you also have to trust yourself in trusting them with the vision and with the brand because it's like I didn't trust you for no reason. Like I see something along the way that made me see like, yo, this person right here need him on the team. You feel me? So it's you just have to constantly check yourself, look into yourself, and like understand that you're not always gonna be the guy with the best ideas. Like even if you made it, you're not the best ideas all the time.
I want to touch on that too, like, cause like I run a big team as well, and I have like employees and stuff like that, and I'm a part of multiple other teams, and I'm very much my way or the highway type of person. And I'm not like that because like I don't trust them. I'm like that because like I'm like, yo, like I see the vision.
Facts.
Like, I like, you know, when people are like, yo, you don't got the vision, you don't
Facts.
got the vision.
Not facts.
Like it took me a long time to realize like I really didn't have the vision until I actually got the vision, and I'm like, all right, guys, this is how we should go about it. But anybody that has a team or trying to go somewhere to team, your best friend is communication. You can't have good business without communication. Because if your team don't know what's going on, then like y'all gonna fail. The ship gonna sink. You know what I'm saying? Like my whole team knows. Like if you go to somebody in the warehouse right now, like, hey, what's the company model? They'll tell you. You know what I'm saying? Without even me like looking at them, better tell it right. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, how's Dre feeling? Like, yo, what are we doing this month? Like they can go look at it. Like, yo, how many pieces are in stock for this? They can go look at it because like I'm leading my team. So it's not just my way or highway, you better follow me. It's like my way and this is the direction we need to go because I already went that way. But I communicated like, yo, this way is the correct way. That path we gonna get fucked up. This way is gonna be a little bit smoother. Because no path is gonna be perfect. You feel me? But like a lot of you guys, like you have to put your egos aside. A lot of us as I don't know, like as people are very emotional. In business, it should have no emotion in it. It should be all like strategic. Like Diddy has this quote, move with strategy, not emotion. You know what I'm saying? So like when I'm with my team, like I might get offended, like, you know what I'm saying? Like he did, like, but I think about like, wait, that did actually make sense. Let's go like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't care even how you said it to me. Like even like I don't text my team either. We voice memos now. Because like I'll be reading the text, I'm like, yo, is this man giving me lip?
Nah, facts.
You know what I'm saying?
It gets lost
like you get, and he might be like just laid up in bed watching anime and like, nah, Dre. And I'm thinking he's saying, nah, Dre.
Nah, facts.
So I'll be having a voice memo now, and everybody know, like team even noticed that. I'm like, yeah, I do that now just so y'all can tell like I'm not actually upset right now. I'm just, you know what I'm saying, trying to be stern.
So it's very important.
Yeah, so communication is your best friend with any team. Relationships, business partnerships, business, like anything, communication is key, bro.
This one guy asked, he said, I don't want to feel like we're dubbing. He was asking, how do you market before it drop?
You, bro.
Yeah. Before it drop, how you market advertise, I would say is it depends on like the level of what you're trying to drop, right? Like it's different approaches you could do. You could do one approach is like the guerrilla approach where you just get hella people in the piece before it even drops, and people are like, where can you get that piece? And it's like people lead up to the like to like they tag your platform or your brand or whatever. When people go to the page, they'll see it and they're like, yo, like where's the T? That's one way. Another way is to literally like do a photo shoot for it. Like actually like curate a photo shoot, curate.
It's not a lot of brands doing lookbooks and shit anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so expensive. Recession.
It is expensive.
Bro, the photographer gotta eat, the model gotta get compensated, and then like you can't come on here. I'm sorry. You can't come on here like, yo, that last drop is successful, or even him like he's like in Vogue and Nylon and shit like that. Like, bro, you better cough up these coins.
No,
you know what I'm saying? Like
sure.
he can't do like freelance shoots no more.
I feel that, but that's also kind of why I like the way we built the AMOC base, where it's like, you know, I could take the pictures, but then again we still have we have Zay and Al I can call up and they'll do the $150 shoot for the whole lookbook. You know what I'm saying? Then They can just send me those images, and I can edit. You know, I do my own Photoshop shit. I can do the lookbook myself, but I need them to hit those images.
Now
crazy.
think about the time. Now, like add that to scale.
The time is crazy though. That's why I said, like, you've seen my notes where like I plan out the lookbook, and then I plan out every day in between. Like I gotta post this, post this, post this. The lookbook gotta be done this day, which it is time consuming. It can get expensive, but again, like I said, there's not a lot of brands who are giving people this content where like they're seeing.
And then, you know, like I said in the mentorship yesterday, so like imagine like I do a lookbook, because at that point you're doing it for art or whatever you're doing it for. Because like imagine I do a look, because like most of us, if you be honest, you're doing it for likes or attention. You know what I'm saying? And there's a very few people in this pie that's still doing it for the art. And the ones that are doing it for the art, they're cool.
Facts.
Because imagine you do a whole lookbook, I spend the money, I get the models out, you know what I'm saying? We take that time out of our Saturday and get it knocked out, you feel me? And it does 6,000 likes. Ooh, they fucking with it.
Right.
Imagine I go in the warehouse, take that Homage bag, throw it on the ground, take a picture, and it does 6,000 likes.
Facts.
It's true.
Which one would you do the third time around?
The one that's the cheapest. Most people are gonna do the cheapest.
Exactly. You see, saying most people are gonna do the cheapest options. Like that's what I'm saying. Like
it just depends on
like engagement. That's why like you see people on TikTok, like they do a cheap ass day in the life, or they just do them package some orders, and that converts way better than any ad they ever spent money on.
Yeah.
So what they gonna try to keep on doing some weak ass TikToks? But I do say, guys, like I'm really into art. You know what I'm saying? I'm part of that last piece of the pie that would do something for the art.
Right.
Do I get time to do it a lot? No, because we are at a scale where like I can't. Well, I wouldn't say I can't, but it's just hard. It's like what you focus your time on. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like somebody like from an analytical standpoint as me. Like I'm like, this is cheaper, spend it less time, and we still get the same result. Nah, we're not doing that.
No, facts. And that's the same way I feel, because even like with our curate, like our social media, is like I really want to have like shoots constantly being like posted. Like I constantly want to have stuff going up. But like you said, like with the scale in which we are now, people don't look at us and be like, nah, bro, I want money. Like niggas want money, and I can't be mad at that, because even me, like my homies, like, oh, bro, you could like definitely easily ask like homie.
It's so bad for me, bro.
And that's why for me it's like even if I know I could, I just don't want to because of how it looks. Like it looks so bad for someone who be on these things you know, it's paying.
And we not even up for real, bro.
Yeah, and that's the most stressful part, bro. Is that we're not up yet.
I can't even comprehend what niggas just trying out here charge niggas like Joe Frescas and shit for this shit, man. This shit probably crazy.
How does it feel to be out of the bedroom?
Like once you get to the point where you can't be locked in sewing. I'm confused on that.
Just the process of it.
Since the bag's going so crazy, are you branching off back to clothes eventually, or how do you plan on structuring the brand further 3 to 5 years from now?
Yeah, I want to do everything. Ideally, everything, every single thing. As of right now, we can't make clothes, like actual physical clothes, under like it's a legal thing going on right now with Homage, Homage here, So we can't make clothes legally under Homage, like the title, anything Homage. So we're working around that, trying to see what we can do, what we can make happen. But ideally, everything we want to do, every single type of piece, clothes you ever think of, I want to be head to toe, drip down in Homage here. You feel me? So that's definitely the goal.
Pants, all kinds of shit.
All of that.
Let's see.
Have you ever wanted to quit? If so, what kept you going?
Man, the fact that like definitely had times where I wanted to quit, where it's just over. It could be really overwhelming.
Oh, I posted something like that this morning too.
Yeah, it could be really overwhelming. So it's more than just you. And then the biggest issue, like the biggest part, is when your personal life suffers because of the business life. Like when you don't communicate. You're like just going through so much. You're like it's just so much you got going on that people like are not understanding the fact that like I got so much on my shoulders right now, and you can't understand and fathom that. But so it's like stuff like that, like the turmoil that you run into, whether it be in the business or in your personal life, that makes you just want to stop. Like, bro, like I could just be doing something else, chilling. But the fact of the matter is like is the vision. Like you said, like you know, you can see something in your head so clearly that people can't see, and it's like I tell people all the time, I'll be like, yo, you don't want to be 80 years old on your deathbed. Like, damn, I wish I did that when I was 23. So for me, the biggest thing is like I want to be 85 years old on my deathbed, looking back like, if only I just like kept going, or if I just like held on for that, like things could be so good. They could be so different. And then another thing that keeps me going is like my parents, like, and my uncle and my like just different people like in life that I've met, like they've like almost like prophesied over my life, like, oh, this is like you're gonna be good, like we see so much for you, like I've seen it already, like you know what I mean, like they say I've seen it already, So for me, it's also like me giving up on myself is in a funny way giving up on them, or giving up on like what they've invested in me, or what they saw in me, like my mentors, like people I lost along the way, like that'd be like the biggest slap in their face. So that's what keeps me going. Is like knowing the people who invested in me, those who are here, who's not, knowing like the dreams that people and like the positivity that people has placed in me, and then even seeing like seeing it, like we've seen a lot in this short amount of time. So I'd rather keep it going, and then God forbid, fail, than to quit and then not know where we could have been. You know what I mean? We could be the best thing since Mason Margiela. You know what I'm saying? So running that.
He said, were you worried about taxes when the bag was going crazy at first?
What? I mean, the IRS is watching. Yes, of course I was. I was like, let me get these taxes straight to the federal government. But no, I definitely was. But my biggest thing is I didn't have an accountant. And my mentor, my homie's mentor, he put me in contact with one of his who she does like the fashion accounting for like a lot of brands in NYC. You know what I mean? Like for Kirby, for just a lot of people. So thankfully I got placed like everything that I needed in the time, like whether it be a PR, the team, accounting, like all that stuff got figured out. I got a business account, all that stuff. So I'm way more better with my finances, way more in tune with everything that I have to do for that.
For sure, I feel that.
That's funny.
Thoughts on finding the best blank? I mean, there's a lot of blank places you can go to. Like, I know a lot of niggas love Shopware right now. I know a lot of niggas like Shockaway. I know a lot of niggas like
Don't do it.
LA Apparel.
Don't do it.
I know a lot of niggas like Made Blanks. I never used Made Blanks for tees. Have you used the Made Blank tee yet?
That's cool.
It's cool.
Yeah, it's like something.
Made Blank tees. I got one other tee plug, but I can't give that out on here. You gotta go to.
Somebody said something about taxes. Like, if you go to the howyosucceed.com, like we already dropped a whole tax ebook for businesses. You know what I'm saying? Like to help you with that, so you don't have to be afraid. Like the first thing the IRS wants you to do is be afraid by not having the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Like, I done help hella people save money on taxes. I done help hella people keep money on taxes, you feel me? Just by helping them with the knowledge and like putting them in the right people. But you should never be in fear of anything or anyone unless you're doing something illegal. You know what I'm saying? And none of us are. You might just be unknown or unwise or not knowledgeable on the situation, but that shouldn't make you be afraid of it. You know what I'm saying? And then somebody else said something about like quitting. Like, bro, like it happens, but like one thing you have to understand, like failure is part of the process, and like you just have to move by faith. Faith is like believing in things you cannot see. I cannot see this final outcome sometimes, you feel me? Mm-hmm. Sometimes you want to walk away, you feel me? Like, but like if you quit, you just lost, bro. You know what I'm saying? You cannot
Still looks the same.
You cannot give up, you feel me? Like, yeah. You cannot give up. We have to like keep going on no matter what we're working on. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause like, what's the point of doing all that work just to quit?
Yeah,
facts.
That's a fact. He said, "Amen, Pastor Dre."
You got to go up. There's a few more questions. There's a lot we skipped over.
Yeah. If you could drop any piece of advice from an upcoming brand owner, what would it be? I want to hear some from each of y'all. Okay, cool. We'll let Antoine go first.
Alright, so anyone who's an upcoming brand designer, I would just say make sure that a lot of things I've seen people who want brands or are aiming to have brands do is that it's lack of preparedness. Like they're not really prepared for actually wanting a brand. Like you go and like look at what they're doing and what they have. They don't really have like a brand identity that they wish to have, or like a purpose, like a motif. And I would say that's more so like build out like what your brand is to be, what you want it to be, what you see for it to be. In like society, like if you were as big as Mason Margiela today, like would it matter? Because like, you know what I mean? So for me, it's just making sure that you build out the what's the word? Like the brand identity that you have for your brand, what you want your brand to be. And then to also like look around in terms of like your, like what brands you view as your competition. And or your like inspiration, and then see if what you're creating is on par with what they have, but also is it on par to compete with what they have as well. So those are something that I would say.
Oh yeah. So Dre, you can go ahead and go. He said one piece of advice for upcoming brand owner.
One piece of advice from an upcoming brand owner: if you're starting your brand, you have to believe. Let's do some math. Believe in the power of one. I don't do opinions. I do facts. And what is fact? Math. You know what I'm saying? So you have to believe in the power of one. Like many people want 100 people, many people want 500 people, many people want 1,000 people on their brand. But like, let's start off with one. Let's start off with 20. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's say if you got 10 friends and you sell something for $50, that's $500 right there. You know what I'm saying? Let's say if you got 25 people and you sell something for 50. You know what I'm saying? And I can go on and go on. But you want to start with one. You want to treat your first customer like your next customer. You want to make sure you take care of the customer. Many people with brands, let's just face it, you guys are not looking at the designs and the product you're putting out anymore. So let's focus on the customer. Let's make sure we're giving them a really great product. Like we have one company motto at our company is keep the customer in mind after the design. You know what I'm saying? Like we're gonna give you a great product, but we're gonna keep the customer in mind. Cause like if you look at our Shopify right now, we have a 78% returning customer rate. And you'll be like, why is that, Dre? It's because we take care of our customer. We go out on a limb just trying to figure out how we can fix a customer problem or think about their problems before they even happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, we always blame ourselves. We never blame the customer. You know what I'm saying? Like, we really take deeply into, like, the customer is always right. That way, like, it costs a lot of money to get a new customer. Like, imagine, like, somebody, like, that don't know you and they're like, oh, shit, I might not buy this t-shirt. It might be a really fire t-shirt to them, but, like, they don't know you from nowhere. They don't have nobody to fact check it off of. But let's say somebody that already bought something from me, already received it, they got stickers in their order. The next time I drop, they're 60% more likely to buy something. You know what I'm saying? Because they know, like, oh, shit, Dre's going to take care of me. So that's one thing for any upcoming brand owner. Before you even do a drop, before you even think of a timeline, like, okay, can I fulfill this and get this to my customers? Am I going to make sure the customer is good? What's my follow-up? You know what I'm saying? What I'm going to do if, like, the customer don't get it? Like, you got to think about all these things, you know what I'm saying? Because you really want reoccurring customers, because those are the people that's going to make you rich. The new people, they're going to come and leave, but the people that stay are the ones I love.
My best piece of advice for any upcoming brand owner is never forget who you get into business with. Always remember who you're associating with, and always think of the future, grand scheme of things. Like, always remember, like, hey, 5 years from now, how do you think this is going to end up? Just always remember that, because there can be a point in time where you're looking around like, damn, what the fuck, type shit. So yeah, that's my advice to an upcoming brand owner. What would it be? How do you guys typically plan to drop, like a timeline? So for me, I need, however many pieces are in that drop, I need at least that many days, at minimum. So if the drop is 10 pieces, I need 10 days prior. At least that's for how I operate.
That's a good way to operate. So
yeah, so like, let's say the drop has 10 pieces, I need 10 days, so I need a day for each piece, because like I like to drop is, I like to post one item per day to keep the customer engaged. And within those days as well, I'll have to include, if a lookbook is shot, I have to include the lookbook, or maybe I have a ad, like a commercial or whatever it is that we do, because with AMOC we like to do lookbooks and ads. I'm really into like the look of shit. So I like to do that. And then also like TikTok and shit like that, I like to put those in those days as well. Price list, all different kinds of things that work for the brands that I use is what I do. So that's how I plan out a drop in terms of a timeline.
Man, mine is primarily based on the collection for the most part. So like our passion fruit collection that we have right now, we're loading.
Yeah, I mean, you can show us.
Shit. I mean, I have the phase 3 bags. I have a few phase 3 bags. But basically it's ooh-wee.
That's suede.
Nah, these are the smooth lab. Feel that, fam. Touch it in it.
That's the mini, right?
It's the mini though.
Mini.
Make sure y'all need to get y'all girl a goddamn
mini.
you know what I'm saying?
So it's a mini. This is the mini. and we got the classic ones in the bag. But this is phase 3 of them. But ideally,
that all green.
Mm-hmm. This was my favorite of them all right now. But we would basically we like line out like the collection type of thing, and then based on the collection and the mood of what we're going for, we like figure out like the story we're trying to tell with it. Like this one, the story is telling like it's starting with like a matriarch, and the bags that we have for phase 2 are actually fruit themed bags. So like the bags we posted on our story, or I mean on our Instagram page, like I think it's the fruits that that they're inspired by. But those 2 fruits was a peach and banana. But basically all those themed fruits that we're using it's in the story that we're telling. It's actually fruits. So it's like it's a matriarch who basically she grows up in the 1930s to a family that has.
Have you done you haven't done the shoot for it yet?
Not yet. We're working on the shoot now. But we're gonna drop them first and then do the shoot afterwards. Have our pop up and have it end up pop up going crazy. But basically, it's a matriarch, and she was born in the 30s. She was adopted by this family who basically like they're farmers and they teach her everything they know. They end up passing away, and then with her knowledge, she creates like a farm, like a marketplace like where she sells her fruits. And it basically follows her journey from like young up to now in like 2022, where she's old now and she has like kids and great grandkids, and like the business has passed down to them. But I came up with the idea, like me and the team came up with that idea around like in March, and of course it's been a lot of things going on, so like a lot of things fall on and fall off. But ideally, you would like we want to get things like 6 months ahead, like try to get things 6 months ahead to give you time to prepare the content for it and whatnot. Of course, like we're still young, still figuring things out, so it's certain things that I'm learning as I go by and go through. But yeah, ideally 6 months ahead, you want to give yourself 6 months, but it depends on what you're dropping as well. Like if like KP, like you have to know your brand or your audience and know what you have to like curate to create for your thing. So like the shoot that we plan on doing, we want it to be like production, have like different models, have you know what I mean, like costuming. So all that stuff has to be accounted for. But yeah, it basically depends on like what you're doing, what you're creating, and who your audience is in the release that you're doing too. But yeah.
For sure. So yeah, like I said, I like to plan it depending on how many pieces. Just so I know I have enough time before I post a big post on Instagram about the items. Cause like we make t-shirts, hoodies. It's a lot different when we're making real purses and real like genuine leather products and shit like that. But we've been live for an hour and 17 minutes. We've been talking to my boy Antoine. We got Dre in the building. We got Manny behind, switching the cameras and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But we touched on taxes. I see some questions about manufacturers. I see some questions about just branding in general. And that's what we do on these brand talks every week. You can go and get our ebook, which talks about taxes. It breaks down how you can do this. It even has the accountant in there, correct?
Yes, it has a tax professional in there.
Our tax professional is in there. So you can go ahead and grab that on our website. Ahmad will send it in the chat now. So if you want to go ahead and grab that, you can go grab that. There's also the regular ebook that's on there. Manufacturers are on there, designers, all kinds of stuff. I also have added my the manufacturer list is on How You Succeed as well. Comes with 33 total resources, 20 designers, 2 shoe plug, like if you want to make your own custom shoe. There's also a plug who could make you a bag if you were into bags. If you're in here,
the mentorship is for 8 weeks.
It's for 8 weeks. For anybody who's interested in that as well, that is online. We meet every week. Dre and I. We work directly with each and every one of you with your brands, how to grow it, how to scale it, and we just help you out a lot. So I'm gonna go ahead and send it. Okay, I have it still in my copy and paste. If you want to go ahead and grab anything from there, you can go ahead and grab it.
Yo, thank you so much, Antoine, for coming through and dropping the gems for our community, man. You're a real one. Make sure we go ahead and follow Antoine on his Instagram, you know what I'm saying? Mod's gonna drop his Instagram in the chat as well.
Yeah.
Follow my guy, you know what I'm saying? He's a real one. He came through. He showed us some unreleased bags, you know what I'm saying? Like, real one, man. We're excited to see his growth, you know what I'm saying?
Hey man, trust. 2022 is a year. It's been a really good year, but 2023 is gonna be sick.
It's gonna be insane,
It's gonna be
bro.
sick.
It's gonna be
sicker
insane.
than
So make sure you guys are working on the second half of the year. Black Friday's coming soon.
Oh,
Christmas, Thanksgiving. Make sure you guys are getting prepared, man, because those are the best times for brands, best time for clothes. So make sure you guys are prepared. Go grab the ebook, go grab the textbook, go grab the manufacturer list. You gotta get started on this all now.
No kidding.
You don't want to be late. I'm telling you, you don't want to be late. So we appreciate everybody for tapping in. You know we're here on every Friday, 7 o'clock p.m. We're gonna have another guest on next week. We're not sure who yet, but once we have the person locked in, we'll go ahead and tell y'all.
Y'all see the unreleased good luck, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey man, can you switch? I don't know which one this is.
just know it's coming, bro. Good luck is gonna be such a great brand, bro. Like,
Come on, bro, you gonna show them the
Wait,
unreleased?
you know what I'm
What,
saying?
bro?
You have a new brand?
yeah, you know
Good
what I'm
luck,
saying?
USA.
That's
Full
crazy.
over the pocket print. You know how we doing it. You know what I'm saying? Back print as well.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying?
Just know when I'm coming to Cemetery to get them screen prints and them
We gonna talk.
transfer
You know what I'm saying?
specs.
Yeah, we're gonna get that done.
Alright, y'all have a great Friday, man. Like y'all do something great tonight, man. Don't forget 2 man of Shopify, 2 man some designs. Let's get it.
¿Estás los afuera?
Nah, we inside.
Yeah,
We
it's
on-
up tonight.
Yeah, we 2 men in the Shopify tonight.
We love
You
that.
know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir. Oh, I'm posting my goddamn first part of my my Adidas deal tonight. So y'all go spam in the comments
Nigga,
like W
you got
Adidas
Adidas
and
deal?
shit. Adidas and shit like that. So like they know that niggas is fucking with me in the Adidas shit.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna post it at like 8:30 in like 4 minutes. So yeah, y'all go tap in and see. Good luck going crazy, my boy. Nah, the good luck's going crazy. It's gonna be too stupid. It's gonna be too stupid.
It was a pleasure to come on your trust.
It was a great stream. Oh damn, they got they finally approved the other emotes. It's fire. It's fire. Need the good luck tee for show. It's on the way, man. I got that good luck on too though. But this the unreleased too. I ain't even gonna show y'all that. But we appreciate everybody for tapping into the stream. We hope y'all stay. Y'all had it. I said y'all had a good one. I hope y'all enjoyed the stream. Yes, I might have hit y'all with this ad. You know I'm gonna do that one every time. Let's see. Who can we raid though, y'all?
It's not even raid nobody.
Yeah, nobody to raid. Damn, I put in the wrong password.
This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Pass me that mouse. Or just go hover over and go off. Hit off.
Oh, it's right here.